Do you have any idea how hard it is to make decent commentary for NPCs like this? Good lord, I honestly can't wait for this city to be over so that I can move on to something else. And oh, we found the second dancer here, and I looked up where... Well, actually, I didn't really look it up as much as, I noticed where the last one was when editing a previous video, so I'm gonna head over there once I'm done with this guy. So, yeah, Elemental Monkeys, again! I haven't played Black and White 2 yet, but I hope that with the Unova decks being twice as large, that we would fight less Elemental Monkeys in this game. Certainly hope so, at least. And you know what's funny about the extended Unova decks? Is that the original one was already crowded with excellent fighting types, and seemingly Game Freak decided that wasn't enough because they decided to throw in Lucario and Heracross for good measure. So, yes, I'm going to create a dance team. I'd like to join up, and I don't know how he knows that he's supposed to be in the plaza, but oh well, not complaining. At least this side quest progresses, and I think it's this dock that has the last dancer. Yep. So, speaking of monkeys, something that may have gone over a lot of people's head among those of you who have played a Pokemon Conquest is that, as you're probably aware if you've played the game, Hideyoshi is paired with the Chimchar line. And fun fact is that Hideyoshi's real-life nickname was Little Monkey. So I don't know, I thought it was really clever of the writers or whoever was in charge of that to pair Hideyoshi with the Chimchar line because, it actually has some historical relevance. And I sort of find it funny that this Panseer didn't even choose to attack me with a fire move unless... Well, I've never used Panseer personally, so I don't know if at that level all it has is Incinerate. If so, I could sort of understand, though. Stab, super effective Incinerate would still probably be pretty strong considered to non-stab neutral moves. So let's head back into the back alley here, because we got these two guys. I don't know what they're doing. And apparently they're not about to tell me. Yeah, shady dealings in a back alley. Who knew? So, back to the plaza. We now have all three dancers together. So, am I going to get anything for this? I think so, but I'm not entirely sure. We got the best team in the world here with those two sats that you only just met for the first time. And Amulet Coin. Pretty cool. You get double the money that you earn in battles by equipping it on a Pokemon that you use during this battle. Personally, I prefer using items that enhance my battle ability instead of utility, like, for example, Amulet Coin or XP Share, or even the Lucky Egg, anything like that. Anyway, you can actually talk to the NPCs in this street. They don't just run around aimlessly. And as far as I remember, there really isn't anything special outside of the gym on this street. Over there, you can see there's a building. Do I or don't I? I'm gonna show you what's inside, just for the sake of being complete and stuff. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing in there. Now let's go up to whichever floor it is, second floor. So as you can see, once again, there's nothing in there. I feel like a magician doing a magic trick. There's nothing in this building, nothing on this floor either. The only reason why I'm showing this is because it's going to be actually pretty important in a bit. For now, the gym is on this street, but I won't challenge it now, not that I can really, because in order to progress the story, you have to try and enter the gym first. Well, yeah, potions aren't exactly useful by that point in the game anymore, especially when you got those vending machines over there that sell items that are far better. Okay, so as I said, you need to try and enter the gym to progress the plot, and thud! I missed that from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Wonder why they didn't bring it back, because I thought it was sort of funny. But anyway, Sharon apparently just got the 3rd badge, and unfortunately I can't do so yet for reasons that we're gonna see in just a moment. And just in case we had no idea what his motivations were at that point in the game, he wants to be the strongest trainer of all, and that pursuit of strength, well, that's the essential part of his character, but he's going to evolve beyond that at some point. And hey, look, it's an old familiar face, and he came out of the gym running like crazy, so I'm going to assume that's something wrong. Sorry, but you wait a bit. Yep, I was informed that Team Plasma has shown up, so we're going to have to deal with Team Plasma once again. Okay, Prime Pier. Which one was that? I honestly don't really remember the names of the streets and the piers and stuff. This one is Liberty Pier, so I think, yeah, the next one is Unity Pier. So that means Prime Pier is probably going to be this one. Yep, it is. So, caught up with Berg, with Bianca, and a new face. Meet Iris, the gym leader of Opalucid City. But I'll come back to that in a second, because Bianca's Muna just got robbed by Team... I was about to say Team Rocket! Team Plasma, sorry. Wow, so unfortunately Iris wasn't able to keep up with them. About Iris, I said she was the gym leader of Opalucid City. That's only in white, because in black, as well as black and white too, it's another guy called Drayden, whom we're only going to encounter a bit later on. So, we're going to try to get Bianca's Muna back. As I said before, I'm not sure if it's the same Muna that we first encountered in the Dream Yard. I think it's quite possible, given the dialogue Bianca had back there, and oh, here's a Team Plasma member who comes in at a really bad time. He wanted a second helping, apparently, but that's not going to work. He says, I spy a gym leader, learn to count. That would be 2 gym leaders, which is arguably even worse. So, now I'm going to have to follow Berg around and see where Team Plasma has gone to. Want to take a guess? Want to take a wild guess as to, where Team Plasma has gone? If you thought that deserted building from earlier in this part, then you are 100% correct. Of course, if you've never played this game and you don't use GameFAQs, you might have quite a hard time finding it, because honestly, it could be anywhere in this extremely large city. Fortunately, you have me to tell you where to go, and if you come to this area, Berg is going to give you an indication that they are heading towards the gym. So let's head down that street, see if they're there. Yep, you can see Berg and the Plasma Grunts over there guarding the entrance to this formerly deserted building. So as you might expect, it's going to be time for a battle. No one's here, not a soul. No other Team Plasma members, nor any of the 7 Sages are inside. That means it's jam-packed with Plasma Grunts and even the 7 Sages. Obviously, I'll take care of this weak-looking runt. Excuse me? Well, if you want to gang up on the gym leader and totally forget about me, that's fine too, because that's just going to make it even easier for me to kick your collective asses. Now, what standard issue does this stupid grunt have? Oh, a Sandile! That's actually a pretty decent Pokemon. It's unevolved, sure, but still it evolves into something pretty decent. I don't know, but you know what? I always thought Sandile sort of looked like a claptrap, and it's a tiny quadruped crocodile thingy. But yeah, for some reason they always reminded me of claptraps, and Crocorock and Crocodile also sort of look like they came straight out of a Donkey Kong game. Come on, seriously? All I did was take other people's Pokemon. Like that isn't a cardinal sin in this world or something. Oh, all I did was that. It's nothing serious at all. Or Plasbad for short. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that's a joke that got lost in translation, because I failed to see whatever joke that could be in English. So, Iris and Bianca finally managed to catch up with us just in time for us to storm this building. Which is going to need to be done because obviously the reason why the grunts ran back in there is because there's something fishy going down in there. So, Iris is going to join me as well, even though she's really not going to do anything at all. Bianca's going into, well, of course I'm going to come in. It's always the duty of the playable character to deal with the villainous teams in a Pokemon game. And, yep, look at that line of important-looking people. We have Getsis right there, as well as two of the other more minor sages of Team Plasma. So, Berg is making fun of them and... Whoa! Time out! Time out! Game Freak, you make some damn fine games, but sometimes it seems like you're struggling to give your villains credibility, and I'm just gonna give you a pro tip because I'm a friend. Naming a villain after the most terminally uncool thing ever isn't going to make him more threatening. All it's gonna do is make him into a laughingstock. So, now that I've said my piece, let's move on. We can proceed. So yeah, this genius decided it would be fun to make a hideout right next to the gym. Well, considering his name, I wouldn't expect anything but the most complete and utter stupidity from him. So, Getsis is going to explain to us the founding of the Unova region, the white dragon-type Pokemon that would be Reshiram. As you might expect if I were playing Black, they would be talking about Zekrom instead because their roles are reversed in each version. So, the white dragon appeared before a hero who sought the true way to knit together a world full of many warring people. This white dragon-type Pokemon shared its knowledge and bared its fangs at those who stood against it. Together, the power of this Pokemon and the hero brought unity to the hearts of everyone in the land. And that is how Unova was created. So, basically, Team Plasma's plan is to bring back the hero. And if you're putting two and two together, you already know who this hero is that Team Plasma is seeking to bring back. I'm going to give you a clue. It's the other character that already talked about Reshiram. And just now, you also saw Getsis slip up by saying the world that I mean Team Plasma desires. This means that obviously, as you probably figured it out, Getsis is only in there for his own gain. He created Team Plasma so that he could one day rule the Unova region, but we're not supposed to know about that quite yet. But with that kind of not-so-subtle foreshadowing, and hang on there! Berg was with us when Getsis made his speech in Accumula Town. I'm gonna need to rewatch that because I never noticed that. Or maybe it was just a mistake on the writer's part, or something like that. But yeah, as Getsis is saying, Berg is a lot more intelligent than he looks like. As I said before, he looks like he's completely crazy, but he just poked a whole lot of holes in the Plasma's logic, further showing that Getsis really doesn't care about liberating Pokemon. He just wants to rule all and is using Team Plasma as a tool in order to achieve that goal, even though the rest of Team Plasma is completely unaware of that. Just like Cyrus kept Team Galactic in the dark as to his true intentions. Anyway, by beating those two Sandiles, we managed to get our Muna back. Or rather, Bianca's Muna, because, as I've said before, I would never even consider using the Muna line. Friendship between people and Pokemon can be very touching, but in order to liberate from Pokemon from foolish people, we will revive the Legend of Unova. That sounded a little weird. The friendship between people and Pokemon are awesome, but we're gonna tear it apart anyway. At that point, you should really realize that, yeah, there's something that's really not right there, even though I already told you. So not a lot happened in this video, and I expect the next video to be more of the same. So you know what? I'm going to take a little break, and after that I'm going to record another part just because I feel like it. So I'll see you in a few moments.